Foodie Fridays here with the Aglibots on Kababayan Today. And if you can only smell what I can smell right now, it smells heavenly. Ang sarap-sarap talagang naaamoy mo at naglalaway ako. You know, when you're salivating. It smells so good. Okay, so before we went to break, you were telling us about your avocado mousse. And so you cut open the avocado, and then what do we do?
So I scoop out the avocado. I want to save the shell.
Save the
shell. So what you can do with the shell, we can actually serve the mousse back in the shell. You can freeze the shell as well, and then so when it comes out, it keeps things a little bit cold, so a little presentation.
All right.
And then if you're going to make this ahead of time, you can add gelatin to help it stabilize. But if you're going to make it that day and you want to serve it that day, it's pretty straight. You don't need to put the gelatin.
Okay.
So here, I already added a little bit of sugar in here. So what I'm trying to do here is getting it mashed into a puree.
Okay.
So if you can't do it by hand, if you have a blender or a food processor, you can transfer it into a blender or food processor, and this is the consistency you're looking for. So it almost looks like a smooth guacamole. All right. So in here already, there's sugar. There's no gelatin in this one, but when you add the gelatin, you can actually make it today and serve it tomorrow.
I see.
So if you want to keep it something like for today, you don't have to add the gelatin to it.
Okay.
So now the most important part is where we take fresh whipped cream. And so I'm whipping the cream here. So I want to get some firm peaks, and I'll show you what that kind of means in the chef term. So right now, these are considered soft peaks. Okay. Yeah. So the firm peaks is because when we add the puree, it's going to change the consistency of this.
Okay. So this was heavy cream that he hand whisked.
Hand.
Yeah.
You can use a machine. You can buy a Cool Whip if you want to do it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You know, that's
but you made it from scratch.
Made it from scratch. And so I didn't add, you know, I think the sweetness in here, it all depends on how sweet you want things. I tend to watch personally how much sugar I intake. So, but the fun thing here, so what goes well with this are basically lychees. So you can freeze the lychees too, and then serve it with it, or make an ice. But I take some of the syrup and actually add it too. And so now, instead of adding sugar, I'm just adding a little bit more of the lychee flavor into the whipped cream. So now,
so even the whipped cream tastes like the fruit.
Tastes the fruit. So, you know, in chefs, when we create, you put ingredients into it that enhance other ingredients. So that's where, you know, adding the lychee syrup enhances the lychee flavor, and then now you have the avocado in here. So I think we're here. So now we're at, because these are firm peaks, yeah, they're much tighter. So, because when I add the avocado, then it's going to essentially, we'll be able to hold the mousse-like texture a little bit more. Dad, you want to help me? And start, there you go. Here, Dad.
This one?
Right here, just put it in here as I mix it.
So do the two of you cook together?
No.
No?
No, I will tell you a story why. When I was in culinary school, it was Thanksgiving, and my dad's like, I'm home visiting, and we're like, well, why don't you make the gravy? And I'm thinking, okay, I'm in culinary school, I'm gonna make a stock, do a reduction, roast the bones out. When I said, what are you doing? Just get the flour, get the Crisco, make a roux, like really old school Navy style gravy, and make a gravy. And I was like, we're not gonna cook again together. So we don't. That was it. That's almost 20 years ago. I mean, we'll cook like little things like that, but we won't, you know, we don't really cook.
Okay, so both of you have a different style.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, very old school.
They have two different methods of cooking.
Usually,
So
I don't have recipes. I just do it.
Lasa lang. By lasa.
Well, I inherited that, definitely.
Measuring is, I don't measure.
You don't measure, you just throw it all
Just throw
in.
it all in.
Yeah, but because you went to culinary school, there's a lot of technique, obviously, but it also has to do with you inherit the gift of being able to cook. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna do a little taste test here to make sure it's it's sweet enough.
Oh, Mom, para sa inyo.
Thank you.
Cheers. Wow.
Good.
It's so light, and that flavor is delicious.
You have, you know, growing
Really
up with the
good.
sweet avocado, so I love that. And so now, after at this stage, you can transfer it into the, you can actually put it in the freezer for like maybe a half hour, but put it in the refrigerator. So when you're ready to serve it, you know, we'll show you a little bit some serving techniques when we get back. I'm just gonna whip it up a little bit more.
So, okay, so you just take a fresh avocado, you make it into a puree, and then you get some whipped cream,
Yes.
right? Or you can whip it yourself until you have what you call the heavy peaks.
Firm peaks.
Firm
Right.
peaks, right? Then you mix it together, put a little bit of the lychee juice,
Yeah.
right? And that's it.
And that's it. And then so beautiful presentation is that we'll put it back into the shell. We can do that.
That seemed like really complicated, but actually very
It's
easy,
yeah.
right?
You can do that for Tim.
I will. I will make that for Tim. I also have to share that my daughter actually,
Oh, yeah.
she's a budding chef. My daughter, her ninong is Chef Rodelio. Binigyan ni Chef Rod yung anak ko ng napaka-cute na parang chef outfit.
Yes, I was there.
Yeah, we all had lunch in Manila together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's so nice to be able to catch up every now and then,
Oh, she's
right?
a natural. I mean, I watch the videos you post, and I'm like, she has it. I mean, she has a lot of, obviously, from mom, but she
Yeah.
does. And I'm so proud. I can't wait to actually one of these days really cook with her.
Yes, we have. You guys have to collaborate.
Yeah.
When we return, we're going to get to see all the food we cooked today. So don't go away here on Foodie Fridays, Kababayan Today.